Hello, it's Molly Reamer with 30 Days of Goddess and Bridget's Grove. And this is a really short little update about the 30 Days of Goddess practice for this summer. I wanted to clarify that I offer this, it's really important to me that this practice, this goddess centered devotional practice, simple, accessible, nourishing, supportive, is made accessible to as many people as possible. And so I make the core resources available for free, and that is thanks to the support of our patrons at our Patreon community, which is patreon.com/Bridget'sGrove. And so the core resources for this practice will always be free as long as I have control over the decision-making process for making that happen. But I do have additional add-ons, developments, new printables, special things, bonuses, extra videos, etc. And those are reserved for people who choose to join the Patreon community. And so the practice is available for everybody all the time. And then if you want additional boosts and encouragement and every printable I ever make in my entire life, basically, then you can go ahead and join the Patreon as a Patreon member and you'll have access to those things. And typically that's for the $5 and up a month people that have access to those additional resources. And so anyway, the practice is open to you regardless. You never have to buy anything from me at all in order to participate in this practice. And the practice originally was conceived of as a companion to my goddess devotional book, Whole and Holy, which is a compilation of goddess-centered prayers, practices, and information about devotion. And then the first volume is just the goddess devotional. And so those are companion practices or companion resources that go with this practice. And so the introduction to the practice, the description of what it is, and all those kinds of things are available in the past resources. This month, I've made a new website to go with it, and I have made a separate specific mailing list to go with 30 Days of Goddess. So if you're interested in updates of things that I'm doing that specifically relate to that, then you can sign up for that mailing list, and then that way you will easier to access. Sometimes you'll miss the notification from Patreon, or you'll miss social media notifications or whatever. So if you're on the mailing list, then anything new that I create that's accessible, that's available, I'll send out an email about that. And I'm not going to make any promises about how often I'll send out the emails or what'll be in them, but I thought it was good for both me and for you to have a really specific mailing list centered on the practice so that people who are interested can get what they need, and then people who are not interested could just be on my regular mailing list and not have it turn into only 30 Days of Goddess resources. And so that sounded good to me, and that's what I've got. And you should find links to both the mailing list and the new website below where you are accessing this video. So for July, I am planning to do a semi-guided practice. I will be traveling, and so I'm not going to make 100% promise. One of the things about 30 Days of Goddess for me is that it's important that it is personally nourishing, and that means for you, but also personally nourishing for me. So I don't want to box myself into, I have to do this exact thing and have it become like a performative pressure-based thing, because this is about nourishing, cultivating, deepening, and honoring our goddess-centered spiritual paths and helping us settle into them with this wholeness and trust, and really, in a way, a cultivation of faith. And so if that's what I want for you, then I need to extend that same understanding to me. So it'll be semi-guided in that I will plan to post a poem or prayer most of the days, and I will also do the little tiny affirmation videos like I do, which are offered to the private patron-only Facebook group, but also via the stories feature on our Instagram, which is publicly available. So that's instagram.com/Bridget'sGrove. The advantage of being the patron members, you are in the private Facebook group, and so then you get the little video posted during the day, and they don't disappear. In Instagram stories, they disappear after 24 hours. And so those will just be little 15-second additions to help you feel the opportunity to check in. And for some people, that forms the heart of their own little practice. They just watch a little video, and that is the connection. That's the link that they form. And that is okay. That can be your practice. So for July, I do have new Spiral Bound prayer books in the Etsy shop. There's a link to those below as well. And the new prayer books have affirmation cards in the back based on previous little 15-second videos. And they also have teeny tiny cards. This is new for July. They have the teeny tiny cards so that you can cut them out really easily. It's like a grab and go, kind of thing. And you can cut them out and put them in your little boxes on your prayer book page. And so something that just thrills me about working on this practice is thinking about things that make it just really like really grab and go. Like there's no reason not to do it because it's all ready for you, and you can just slide right in with whatever your own capacity, interest, commitment, etc. is. And so 30 Days of Goddess was created from that need that I hear expressed in other people about like, how do I bring goddess-centered spiritual practice into my life? Like how I want to nurture this connection. I want to deepen this connection. I want to feel this connection. How do I do it? So everything that I've made for 30 Days of Goddess is designed to help you deepen and nourish and support and strengthen that connection. So what it looks like for you may be very different. Like you might not write at all. You might do art. You might pray. You might dance. You might move. You might draw oracle cards. What it looks like for you might be different. And there isn't a right way or rules to follow or specifics. This is literally just about you building your connection, you building your faith, you building your trust, you deepening and growing and changing, and really about nourishing and nurturing you on a goddess-centered path. So everything I make is intended to help that part of your life develop in a way that hopefully feels supportive of you. And so to that end, I am working on, I don't have any to show you because I'm still working on it, but I am working on professionally printed decks of our mini ritual cards, our affirmation cards, our prayer cards, so that you can have that in a deck format to just mix and match and take with you and use every day without having to write new things or create new art necessarily. And so I don't want to minimize the value and specialness of creating new art and writing. That's been extremely important to me personally. I've maintained this practice, something that I created that I only intended to last for January. I've now maintained on a daily level for more than 170 days without missing a day. And so for me, it's taken something that felt like this, this kind of a shining idea that just like arrived to me, but it's taken me places that I never expected to go. Like it's helped me strengthen my own practice, but it's also really helped to crystallize some of the things that I've developed and nurtured in myself over the last 15 years or so. And it's helped me to kind of bring that all together into this encapsulation of goddess-centered spiritual practice in a way that I can then share with others. So it's really fun, and it's really been wonderful for me on a personal level, and then on a group level that it really feels like this honor and this blessing to participate in this unfolding with you all. This is not something that I had planned out or visual. I just keep trusting the inspiration and following the inspiration and doing the next thing. And it's really fun, and it's really been exciting to me to kind of almost like distill all these things down into something that's as open-hearted and as wholehearted and as accessible as I can make it to share with other people. And so I hope that I hope it's good for you too. I hope you like it. I hope you have fun. I hope this strengthens, nourishes, encourages you, delights you, brings you joy, and nurtures a spirit of curiosity and discovery in your life. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to explore with me. Thank you for being willing to adapt and expand with me. And yeah, may you be centered, nourished, inspired, and encouraged on your goddess centered spiritual path. Thanks so much for being here.